Man Ray! Yo, what is going on, team, squad, fam? It's your boy Yungmanray, and this right here, man, is Fallen Fossil Fusions. And what? Do you hear that? Coming over the horizon? Yes, I think I do. It's somebody asking me, yo, Yungmanray, what the heck is Fallen Fossil Fusions? Well, that person coming over the hill, let me tell you what Fallen Fossil Fusions are, all right? Now, Fallen Fossil Fusions are a mixture between fossil fusion monsters, okay, and Fallen of Albaz fusion monsters, all right? And I got the idea because I wanted to make a fossil fusion deck because your boy likes fusion decks. If you didn't know that about me, I really like fusion decks, and fossil fusion is just one of those decks I totally forgot about, but always wanted to try out. So I decided to make my own version of it, and also to splash in Albaz, because I mean, like, these dragons are kind of like fossils. I mean, they're like mythical ancient creatures, so I mean, they'd be fossils at this point. And I made a go second variant of this deck. I actually don't know if the deck actually has a go first variant. It doesn't seem like any of these cards can do that, go first. But yeah, I made a go second variant that kind of wants your opponent to make a whole lot of stuff so we can break it down. You guys know what go second decks do. You know, we got some Nibiru, we got some Primeval Congregate, we got some Kawaki Miru Guardian for the negates on our turn. You know, we got a lot of stuff here, and I'll explain all those things and how they work in the replay. So, you know, let's get into those, man. Catch you there. Much later. Alrighty, team, we're in our first duel, and we're going up against Abyss, which is a kind of new archetype. Me, myself, personally, I haven't tested it out, but I have played one or two duels against it, and from what I see, they like to special summon things out of the graveyard, out of the Abyss, if I might do say so myself, which I do. So, yeah, let's kind of just see how they fare up against Fossil Fusions. Oh, yeah, also, I've recorded this duel like 1,000 times already, and I tried to commentate as to what the Abyss player was doing, but at every turn, I was extremely confused, so I'm really not going to explain what he's doing. Just know he's just special summoning everything out of the graveyard. It's really not that great or grand. It's just more confusing than anything. Yeah, this guy sends stuff to the grave, then this guy special summons stuff out of the graveyard. You know how that goes. Here he goes, special summoning more stuff out of the graveyard. Here he goes, trying to special some more stuff, so I negate him with the effect Veiler, and so he puts down the front back. That's okay, because we got the Lightning Storm, and we don't really like those things being face down. Then we're going to hit him with the Kaiju. Ooh, Foolish Barrel is going to get us a Fossil Fusion, so that's cool. Now we're going to Fusion Deployment. We're going to make an Albaz. Albaz is going to get us our Albanian Stigmata Dragon, using a Light Monster and Fallen of Albaz. With Albaz's fusion ability, we can use monsters on each side of the field, kind of as a super poly kind of situation. And it kind of sucks though, because it can be negated, but it works pretty well with the fusion monsters that he has, and they're very generic, so they're really easy to use. So I kind of like Albaz over Super Poly, actually. I've been putting Albaz in my decks more than Super Poly. Also because it's searchable, and I've been using Verte less because I feel like Verte is going to get banned soon. Shout outs to Verte. That's my homie. He's the honorary rookie of the day, even though he's not in this deck at all. I just miss Verte.
For he's a jolly good rookie, but he's a jolly good rookie. He's a jolly good rookie.
I'm sad he gets so much hate, but enough about Verte. Yeah, so we're going to make the Stigmata Dragon. Stigmata Dragon is going to allow us to fusion summon a monster by banishing fusion materials listed from our hand, field, or graveyard. So we're going to banish an Albaz and a Primeval Congregate to get ourselves a Titantaclad the Ash Dragon. He's going to boost his attack based on the levels used for its fusion materials times 100. So that's kind of cool. It's going to be a big beater. And then from there, we're going to use Fossil Fusion to make a big old Fossil Warrior Skull King. This guy can attack twice, and he has piercing damage. And also, during the opponent's turn, he can discard a card and special summon a monster out of their graveyard. So you can kind of stop them from doing things. That's kind of a cool ability. Not good enough to go first with, though. I would never be caught dead going first on purpose. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, with Fossil Fusion, we can fusion summon using monsters out of either player's graveyard. So I use one of my Weathering Soldiers and one of his high-leveled Abyss monsters. So yeah, everything's working out. Everything's cool. That's why. Oh yeah, that's also why you want your opponents to go first with this deck. So they can load up the graveyard for you because this deck doesn't have many main monsters that you need to normal or special summon itself. You're mainly playing out of the extra deck, to be honest with you. So you want as many cards in your opponent's graveyard as possible so that you can make plays with the monsters that'll be going into your graveyard, which isn't much. Yeah, so let's keep going. Yeah, we're gonna punch this guy twice with our Fossil King. We're gonna punch this guy with our Titaniclad, and we're gonna end it off with our Albion, the Stigmata Dragon. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty self-explanatory. As usual with every other Go Second deck, we want to break down the opponent's board, maybe hit him with a Kaiju, maybe hit him with a Lightning Storm, and then we want to build up big old beefy monsters that can hopefully OTK. And if not, hope we can't get OTK the next turn and then just do it over again. So yeah, next replay.
3 hours later.
Okay, team, in this next duel, we're going up against Sky Strikers, and I was a little afraid about going up against this deck because, as I was saying before in the last duel, you kind of need your opponent to set up a graveyard full of monsters for this deck to have its best effects. And also, this deck also would like if your opponent had a lot of monsters on board as well, so it can bust everything down with Lightning Storm or take a monster with Albaz, or take a whole bunch of monsters with Nibiru or Kaijus. You see I got a lot of monster removal in here, not a lot of spell trap removal. And as you can see, Sky Strikers is mostly all spells and like one trap. So we might have a hard time here. But at the same time, it's your boy Yungmanray. You know how I do. You know how I get down. And you know I'm playing Fossil Fusion. So let's see how it goes. This person's going to go first. They're going to go with their Pod Desires. Oh, yeah. Also, before I continue on, you can't see my name, but I was Yorg these past 2 to 3 weeks. So if you played up against a Yorg, that was me. I'm sorry if I left the match or sucked. And also, I'm playing against player. So, yeah. He's going to just do many Sky Striker shenanigans. Search a card from the deck. I'm going to start off by hitting him with the Lightning Storm. Glad Lightning Storm has 2 abilities, so it can take out monsters or spell traps. Really good card. This is actually starting to turn into one of my favorite cards. Partly because I play a lot of decks where you don't really have monsters on the board a lot of the time. Usually I'm making 1 or 2 big monsters, and then they get destroyed next turn, and then my field's open, and then I can hit Lightning Storm. So I like to play Lightning Storms in decks where I'm not playing a whole lot of face-up cards. So yeah, this is perfect for this deck because it doesn't really make many things. It just makes 2 to 3 big monsters and hopes it swings over stuff. And they don't really have protection, so they're probably going to be gone the next turn. So hit them with another Lightning Storm. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Lightning Storm. So yeah, we're just going to take away his back row. Then we're going to normal summon our Kawaki Miru Guardian. The reason why I have this guy in here is, for one, I needed more rocks for my Fossil Fusions. And 2, he's just another normal summon that can stop monster effects. So that's kind of cool. Just in case I want to make extra plays with my Fossil Fusions or my Fusion deployment, I won't have to worry about monster effects. And also, he automatically just goes to the graveyard during the end phase. So I'll have a rock monster in my graveyard for Fossil Fusion next turn. So that's kind of cool. I'll either use them for the negate and then negate some stuff, or I'll just use them for Fossil Fusion end of turn. So yeah, that's why I got Kawaki Miru. Cool guy. Not the best guy, but cool guy for right now. Actually, if you have any recommendations on something to swap out for Kawaki Miru Guardian, I would gladly take them because I was kind of looking around for stuff to maybe swap out with this guy, but he's kind of been the best pick. But maybe I'm just dumb and don't really know how Rock synergizes with other things. So yeah, we're gonna swing over his Sky Striker, and then his Sky Striker in the graveyard is going to activate. But I hit him with the Kawaki Miru negate. Like I was saying earlier, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Especially against Sky Strikers, because oh man, they just keep coming back and coming back and coming back with that one monster. So nah, not today, friend. We're gonna negate that. None of that recursion today. None of that recycling today, my friend. So he's gonna go for the reinforcement of the army. I'm gonna go for the Ash because I mean we don't want him searching stuff. But you know he's got the Sky Striker in hand. He's gonna try and search something out the grave. I'm gonna be dirty and disgusting and mean and nasty and hit him with an effect veiler because I really don't want him doing Sky Striker things. I want to do things that'll ruin his day, please. So he's probably just gonna go for an attack. Yeah, he's gonna do a little 1500 to me and turn. Go into a Sky Striker Shizuru so he can get the search. And then we're gonna go back into my turn. I'm gonna hit him with the Fossil Fusion. Make myself the Fossil Warrior Skull Bones so we can get a nice swing over a monster. This guy, he's kind of cool yet slash useless. He's cool because actually he's not useless at all. I don't know why I said that. This guy can search our time stream, which is pretty cool. And also takes lower level guys, which is really good for this deck because you can't always go into your higher level guys. And this guy's cool in particular because time stream will allow us to bump us into higher level Fossil Fusions. So I mean, you might not be able to use it on him because he has to be in the graveyard to search. But for your next Fossil Fusion, you'll be able to like go into a lower level one using him and then bump up to a higher level one. So that's kind of cool. There's a little synergy going on with that. I actually did play up against a pure fossil fuels. Say no to fossil fuels, kids. We need renewable energy. But yeah. I played up against a pure fossil fusion deck the other day, like yesterday, and it works way differently than I thought it would. The time stream and the fossil fusion it's crazy. The recycling power of a pure fossil fusion deck is crazy, but this is fun too. I like this. I actually like this better than the pure build because I mean, I just like Albaz. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Why am I going on this tangent? I'm playing against Sky Strikers. Let's go. So this guy is gonna make a token. From here, he's gonna go into his Sky Striker Ace Kagari because you know he wants to search, and then he's gonna make another token because I mean he wants to make the Heat of the Fire Charmer. I don't know why these cards are played. I mean, I heard they're good in like mirror matches, but this ain't no mirror match. And why would you want to grab an Ash Blossom? I guess we're about to see why they're about to grab the Ash Blossom, but like, man, like I wouldn't want to put this in my deck just for the off occasion that your opponent is playing Ash Blossom. But I mean, at the same time, a lot of people play Ash Blossom, so maybe this is cool. But I don't know. It just seems too situational, circumstantial for me to want to play it like that. I couldn't. I really couldn't. I'd have to play something else. Maybe when a light or dark one comes out, I might play that. That might be cool because there's more light and dark monsters, so you could find yourself being able to go into a Link 2 better, quicker. Link 3, I meant to say. So yeah. But it doesn't even matter because I could use my Nibiru, which I didn't think I'd be able to use playing up against Sky Strikers. But hey, he forced my hand. So he's going to get a nice big old token, but it's not really going to matter. I'm going to search myself a time stream. Then I'm going to normal summon my Alistair, discard the time stream so I can get an Albion Stigmata Dragon. Then we're going to go into my good old Ashen, the old Titanic Lad, the Ash Dragon. Sorry, he got his name changed. And we're going to swing over everything this guy loves. So yeah, that was me up against Sky Striker. So yeah, that took a little longer because, you know, Sky Strikers are kind of a grind game. But, I mean, he didn't really grind much. I kind of stopped him at every chance and corner that he had. But, hey, man, that's what he gets for playing Sky Strikers in 2021, man. Can't blame me for that. You can't blame me for playing all the degenerate hand traps. I played, like, Ash Blossom and the Effect Veiler and the Biru all in one hand, all in one turn. I'm disgusting, okay? All right? I'm just a horrible human being, but you know what? I don't care. I'm playing a Go Second deck and needs all it can to survive. Okay, I'm going to the next one.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, you guys. In this next duel, I guess this guy was playing Dogmatica, but honestly, all this dude does is make Dragoons. Like, I feel like this man's whole purpose in life was to make Dragoons. And this was just Dragoons the deck with some Dogmatica splashed in to be annoying. So, yeah, that's what we're playing up against. Dragoons. Let's see how it goes. He's going to go and try and search some stuff, and he's going to be successful in his attempts. He's going to put down a face down. I'm going to go on in. I'm going to try and search. Well, not search. I'm going to try and dump a rock monster into the graveyard, but that's not really going to work out because he has the ash. I guess I know how it feels. From there, I can only really normal summon my Albaz, so I'm just going to punch him for a good old 1800. From here, he puts face down, normal summons his Photon Thrasher, and then he goes for the Monster Reborn. And here comes his big play. The plan is all coming together. The strategy, the 8-card combo is finally being realized. Oh, he goes for the Verte. I try to hit him with the Effect Veiler. He goes for the Called by the Grave. Oh, man, dastardly. Shoutouts to Called by the Grave. I really like that card. Yeah. Now we got Dragoons on board. Dragoons totally destroys my guy and swings over me for 3,000. What a cool and amazing guy that I love. From there, we're going to go into my turn. And now I'm like, man, I got to figure out how to bait this guy. I got 3 cards I could use to bait this guy. Hopefully, something will work. So, let's see. Start off with the Lightning Storm. He don't really care about that because Dragoon can't be destroyed by card effects. So he's going to let that go through. He'll be fine with losing a Verte. So I was like, I'm going to take out that back row. And good thing I did too, because Infinite Imperm would have messed me all up. So from there, we're going to go into the Albaz play. Now he uses Negate because he's like, oh no, this guy can take me off the field. So smart on him. But what he doesn't know is that I have one more card in hand. Good old Fossil Fusion. And that's going to get me my Fossil Dragon. See, I told you dragons were fossils. Fossil Dragon Scoliogios. Scoliagis. Scallywag. Fossil Dragon Scallywag hits the board. And this guy's pretty cool because before damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can switch the current attack and defense of that opponent's monster until the damage step. And if this monster attacks a defense position monster, it inflicts piercing damage. Oh, I thought it was double piercing damage. If this fusion monster card battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts is double. Oh, so no, it doesn't do double piercing damage. It just does double battle damage in general. So yeah, this card is really good for taking out Dragoons because your boy Dragoon doesn't get that boost in defense, just in attack. So let's swap those real quick. Friend. And then let's do the double damage. Let's see what you draw. Oh, man, nothing that can help you. Oh, you can't go for Dragoons again, friend. So I guess you just lose. Stop making Dragoons and stop forcing my buddy Verte to do all your evil schemes and making your Dragoons. He doesn't want to do that. Don't you see he's sad? Don't you see he's crying? He's in pain. He's tired of sending the Red Eyes Fusion along with the Dark Magician and the other guy, the one that's not important. I'm sorry, Red Eyes fans, but he's kind of the worst one out of the trio. But yeah, stop forcing Verte to make Dragoons. He doesn't want to. He wants to make Predaplants. It's in his name. Okay, next duel.
Eventually.
Alrighty. In this next duel, we're playing up against Generators, and I ain't gonna lie, after watching this duel, because I decided to watch them before, commenting over them instead of giving you guys that nice surprise. 'Cause I really just couldn't do it with that Abyss deck, dude. I didn't know what was going on in the deck, and I had to keep re-recording it because I would totally mess up as to what I was saying, as to what was going on in the deck because stuff just was happening. But, that just comes from me not knowing how the deck is played. But, yeah, I decided to just watch over these before I recorded them. So, yeah. So, let's go. They're playing Generators. Oh, yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, after rewatching this, I'm probably going to take hand traps out of the, except for stuff like Primal Congregate and Nib, but I'm probably going to take a lot of these generic hand traps like Effect Veiler or Ash Blossom out of the decks that I do because really, the hand trap, Ash Blossom totally saved me this game. Like, totally saved me this game. Just lucky hard draws saved me this game. Not even gonna lie to you. So, yeah, I think for the next few decks that I do, I'll probably not even do generic hand traps because yeah, I want the deck to win. I don't want the hand traps to win. I want them to facilitate and help me win, but I don't want them to be the whole thing. I don't want them to do everything. So yeah, I might fall back on that for a little bit. So yeah, this guy's gonna start by putting down all the face downs. I'm gonna try and get me a fossil fusion or a time stream of some sort. He's gonna activate generator boss battle, which is gonna give me a draw, so that's cool. But it's also gonna give him a cool field spell. So it happens. And I get my time stream, so hey, it's whatever. He gets to special summon a whole lot of monsters. And at this moment in time, I'm like, yeah, this is good for me. They're all lights. I got Albaz in hand. I can definitely get me a Stigmata Dragon. If I can get me a Stigmata Dragon, I can get me another monster after that. And then I can go into Fossil Fusion. So this is not the best deck to go against this deck. So I was feel a little happy. This is a good matchup for me. So he's going to make his tokens. I'm going to Albaz. He's going to be like, nah, bruh. I'm going to make a monster of my own. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'll just take him instead. Because I don't want him making me discard and making me negate things. I don't like that. So thanks for putting him on board while I was using my fusion ability that can target 2 monsters on each side of the field. So from there, I go into my Fossil Fusion. You know I got to make the Skull King Warrior guy. And then from there, I just do a lot of damage because he has tokens on board with 1500 attack. He shouldn't have did that. This right here is a pretty cool tech, Condemned Witch. I had to tell this guy this was a cool tech on here. Because, you know, he get a normal summon it and just get a forbidden quick play spell for free. That's kind of cool. And then next turn, he could tribute it for a level 4 fairy monster, which is Lopter, Shadow of the Generator boss. So I thought that was pretty cool because, I mean, generators don't really do much on their turn. Unless they already have stuff on the board from last turn. So it's cool to have Condemned Witch here for just extra searches and plays for next turn. So yeah. I'm going to hit him with the effect Veiler though, because I don't want him to have any forbidden things. I hate forbidden stuff. Oh, and he could have used Droplet. He could have searched Droplets with this, huh? Yo, somebody let me know in the comments if he can search Droplets with this. I think he can. So yeah, here goes the first hard draw. I hard draw into Ash Blossom, and he goes for Generator Stage. I'm like, why would I not hit him with Ash Blossom right now? So that's what I do. That's the first dirty.
Which one of you fellers is the real Dirty Dan?
I am?
So from here, I'm going to go into Fossil Fusion. He's going to go for the Search, get the Lopter. I'm going to go for this guy because I can time stream him into a bigger guy. Or, well, bigger in level-wise. He goes for Search / Special Summon. I kind of I bring this guy out because I read his effects. I'm like, oh, this guy can make up to 2 attacks per turn on monsters during the battle phase. And when he does, it deals 800 damage. And if he's in the graveyard, I can pop a card. I'm bringing this guy out. And as soon as I bring him out, I see his attack is 1700. I'm like, this guy isn't swinging over nobody. So I thought I fucked up. I should have made the other guy. I was like, man, I threw. I need to take this guy out and never use him again. But it's all good. I go for a search. His effects activate. I got to send something to the graveyard, so I send this guy. And I'm like, okay, now that he's in the graveyard, I could banish him and take out Generator Boss Stage. So it kind of worked out in the end. Shout outs to my man Fossil Machine Skullwagon. Thanks for popping stuff for me. Everybody should play at least one of those guys, just for fun. So from there, I get to swing over stuff. Do a little more damage. And it's going to go on in his turn. He's going to metaverse his way into another boss stage. So that's cool for him, I guess. He's going to end phase. I'm going to hard draw another Ash Blossom. He's going to light stage. He's going to boss stage. I'm going to hit him with the Ash Blossom. So that's 2 dirties. Why did that happen to me? I mean, lucky for me, but at the same time, that's kind of rude. So yeah, that made me kind of not want to play hand traps. Because it's like, it's not really fair at all, honestly. He can't even do anything. So yeah, I am. So back into my phase. I was gonna attack for game and win. So yeah, that's generators against this deck. Sorry, generators. I didn't mean to be that dirty. Next duel.
346 minutes later.
Okay, this is final duel, and we're going up against Despia Dark Lords. I thought this was kind of interesting because, I mean, for one, they're playing the new Despia archetype, so I kind of wanted to see how it worked and how it did things and if it was good. And honestly, I'm kind of disappointed. And I probably won't be making a Despia deck anytime soon or splashing any Albaz into it until it could get more support. Kind of find its fusion monsters to be kind of lackluster. I mean, they kind of just make stuff zero. I mean, I don't really care about that. So yeah, I don't really find myself wanting to play Despia anytime soon. But I appreciate anybody that's willing to test it out and see if it goes well. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this guy in here. Shout outs to Player. Man, you guys really need some names. So I'm gonna start off by going for the Fool's Burial so I can get a time stream. You know how that goes. But there's not really much else I can do going first. Oh yeah, also I go first with this deck. Kinda sucks. Now you see why this deck don't go first. Because it has no plays. Alright? No plays. So we're going to go into his turn. He's going to go with the Dark Lord of Pleasure. I'm going to hit him with the Effect Veiler because that's just what I do. Then he's going to search a Dark Lord. He's going to send some Dark Lords to the grave so he can draw some cards. And then he's going to special summon one out. Because, I mean, when he special summons that one out, he's going to be able to special summon the other one. And then he's going to go for a Link monster. And then he's going to go for the Monster Reborn. That's pretty cool that he has that. And then that monster is going to be special summoned out. So this monster gets to be special summoned out. And I'm going to hit him with the Nibiru because, I mean, it's Nibiru. He has 5 summons. Why not? But before I hit him with the nib, he goes for the quick effect that allows him to search a Dark Lord card. So, hey, cool for him. Now he's going to get hit with the nib. He's going to get a nice token right there. Now he's going to go for his Despia plays. He's going to search stuff when this guy's normal or special summon. This field spell allows him to fusion summon a level 8 or higher fusion monster from the extra deck, using hand or field as fusion materials. And if a Dark Fairy gets destroyed by an opponent's card effect or battle, you can target a level 8 or higher fusion monster from the graveyard and special summon it. So, you know, this is actually would be really good for Dark Lords, because don't Dark Lords have a fusion monster? Yo, bro, you're like playing no fusion monsters. You're playing 3 fusion monsters in a fusion deck. What are you doing? No wonder you was going to lose, bro. You wasn't ready. You wasn't equipped. You didn't have the tools. You only have 4 fusion monsters, and you can only summon 3 of them with conventional means. What are you doing? Wait, what? Oh, 3 Dark Fairies? Okay, actually, that's Dark Lord Lucifer Morningstar is really good in Despia's, maybe. I don't know. It didn't do good here. I don't know why I'm trying to give it props. I might try Despia Dark Lords. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Let's just get back to the duel. So he's going to retort fusion. He's going to get his level 2 guy out. He's going to be able to fusion summon a Despia guy. He's going to make my attack 0. And he's going to swing over the guy for a chunky 2,500. Ooh. So scary with my attack at 0. And then he's going to end his turn. So back into my turn. And I mean, I don't know why I'm acting like an asshole. I'm the one that fucked up his whole turn. He would have had like 5 monsters on board plus that guy. So I mean, sorry. I hit you with nib, man. So yeah, I'm just going to go straight for the kaiju on this guy because I don't like when he does stuff. Then I'm going to go for the fusion deployment. I'm going to bring out my Albaz. Albaz is going to take away his light monster so we can get into a Stigmata Dragon, so we get to the Ashen Dragon, so that we can swing over him and then Fossil Fusion into our Fossil Skull King. So yeah, as you can see, this was my first time doing against Despias, so that was a little underwhelming, but also that could be chalked up to him being hit by Nib and also his extra deck not being the best from what I've seen. I don't know. I just feel like he should have had more fusion monsters. Don't judge me. But so yeah, that's Despia's and that's Fossil Fusions, man. I'll catch you guys in the deck list.
Much later.
Well, those were some pretty interesting and riveting replays, if I do say so myself. But as per usual, we find ourselves in the deck list at the end of the video. And here's the deck list. We played 3 Nibs, played 3 Primeval Congregates, we played 3 Gamma Seals, played 3 Weathering Soldier, 2 Quackimiru Guardian, 3 Albaz, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Nadir Servant, 3 Fusion Deployment, 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Miracle Ruptures, 3 Fossil Fusions, 1 Fool's Burial, and 1 Time Stream. In the extra deck, we played a Fossil Dragon Scoliosis, Scoliosis, Scallywag, Scamdilios. We played 2 Fossil Warrior Skull Kings, played 1 level 8 guy, played 1 Titanic Clad, the Ashen Dragon, played 1 Albion the Stigmatica Dragon, played 1 Fossil Machine Skull Convoy, 2 Fossil Warrior Skull Knights, played 1 Fossil Machine Skull Wagon, played 1 Elder Entity played this guy, don't even really know what this is. We played Fossil Warrior Skull Bone, we played 1 Fossil Machine Skull Buggy, and we played 1 Wind Pegasus at Ignister. Recommendations? I don't really have any. I think everything in this deck flows pretty well. If you want to take out Quackimiru Guardian for a better rock, be my choice. Be my guest. I just don't have a choice as to what I want to swap in yet. So, yeah, someone let me know in the comments if there is a good alternative to Quackimiru Guardian. I'm going to say out of all of these fusion monsters, the only one that I never made was Fossil Machine Skull Buggy. So, I mean, if you want to take this guy out, I guess you can. All he really does is adds a monster that specifically lists Fossil Fusion to the deck if it's in the graveyard. So, not really that needed in this deck, seeing as though we want our Fossil Fusion monsters to be in the graveyard. We don't really want to normal summon them out ever. So, yeah, he's not really needed at all. So, yeah, that's the deck. That's the recommendations, which were none. If you enjoyed the deck, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and whatnot. If you want updates as to when I go live streaming or if I post a video, if you like memes or if you like weird ramblings from a crazy man, add me on the official Yungmanray Twitter. You know, I post all those things on there. And also follow me on Twitch. I have a Twitch. Same name, Yungmanray. I will be streaming on there Sundays from 8 to 10 CST. But I'll also be on YouTube from now on. If you want to find me on there too. Whichever one you're more comfortable with. I'll also be on there from 8 to 10 CST on Sundays. So yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it. I'm running out of lard to drink, so I need to go on down to the store and get some more. Catch you guys later.